Okay, the board met in executive session as provided for in West Virginia Code 6-9-4 subsection B9 to discuss a contract. There were no votes or decisions made in executive session. And the board is returned now. It's at 2:22 p.m. Let's move on to the administrative section. Can I have a motion, please? Carol made the motion. Second. Second by Larry. Mr. Mickey.
Okay, item A is an agreement with Amanda Booth to provide transportation services for a Hamlin PK8 student for the 2016-2017 school year, according to the terms of the agreement, which is attached and funded through special education. Item B is a contract with Bertie Gandy to provide training and assistance to Treasurer Ray Ellis, a total of 20 days from 9/1/16 to 6/30/17, according to the terms of the contract, which is attached and paid for through county funds. I would like to request that we table item C, as there's a need to gather some additional information before the board makes a decision on that item. Item D, a contract with 4U LLC to provide technical support to Lincoln County schools in the areas of math and language arts for the 2016-2017 school year, according to the terms of the contract, which is attached and funded through Title II. Item E is a contract with Kathy Lovejoy to provide support services for a Harts PK8 student as prescribed in a physician's order for the 2016-2017 school year, according to the terms of the contract, which is attached, funded through special education. Item F, out-of-county student transfers for the 2016-2017 school year. Item G is interagency agreement with Southwestern Community Action Council, Inc. to provide educational services for preschool children with disabilities for the 2016-2017 school year, according to the terms of the agreement, which is attached. Item H is a purchase of a service contract with Southwestern Community Action Council, Inc. for the provision of 4 teacher assistants / co-educators at West Hamlin, and Ranger, as well as 1 preschool special needs aide at West Hamlin Elementary for the 2016-2017 school year, according to the terms of the contract, which is attached. Item I, memorandum of understanding with Southwestern Community Action Council, Inc., SCAC, to define the collaboration between SCAC and the Lincoln County school system in the delivery of education and comprehensive services to preschool children and their families for the 2016-2017 school year, according to the terms of the memorandum, which is attached. Item J, school volunteers who on occasion may also serve as bus chaperones for athletic events, academic competitions, or school outings, and have completed volunteer orientation.
Okay, I think everybody's had the opportunity to look at those. Does anybody have any comments or questions about any of the administrative items? Of course, Mr. Mickey has asked that we table item C. Anybody have anything else? Okay. If not, then is that an all yes vote on the administrative items as suggested?
Yes.
All right, let's go then to the finance section. Can I have a motion, please? Fred made a motion. Second by Rowdy. Ray, what words of wisdom do you have for us?
I don't have much wisdom, but I'll give you word.
Okay.
We got a schedule of invoices attached totaling $445,290.54. That figure does not match the figure that's on the attachment. There wasn't a double pay. We just had pensions listed twice, so it added to. It didn't need to be on there. So the $445,000 is the correct total.
This is the correct amount, correct?
Yes.
Or right, okay. Now, since we're talking finance, you and Ms. Gandy, have y'all begun to work together as
Yes.
mentioned on this previous item?
Yes, we're in the process of working on the carryover which is something I hadn't had to do before in my previous job, and closing out the year to begin the financial statements.
It's all going well so far?
She's a very good teacher. She's very patient, she answers questions. I couldn't have asked for anything better. She's just been absolutely wonderful.
Well, she's certainly knowledgeable. We'll all attest to that, for sure.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that too.
Okay. All right. Is that an all yes vote on the invoices, the finance item?
Yes.
Yeah, all. Okay. All right, the personnel section. Get a motion? Carol made the motion, second by? I'll second. Is that Fred? Yeah. Fred, Larry. Okay, Ms. Curry. All right, personnel. Bill?
There were several changes where people, from what we sent out Thursday, where people bid on the job, Thursday they're gonna take it, Friday, then they call and say, no, I believe I'm gonna stay where I'm at. And if you look, as we go through this, the changes have an asterisk beside them there, that there's people where the next person in line would have received that job, okay? Item A, employment of professional personnel pending FBI, CIV clearance and issuance of certification. Item B, employment of professional personnel. C, employment of substitute service personnel. Item D, employment of service personnel. Item E, transfer of service personnel. Item F, transfer of service personnel pending return of the regular employee. Item G, employment of extracurricular personnel. Item H, employment of extracurricular athletic personnel pending the renewal of coaches' authorization. Item I, leave of absence. Item J, retirements and resignations. And we abolished the third grade position at Hamlin where we was going to do an overreach because we eliminated a PK job here in this building, so that teacher moved to Hamlin in that third grade job. That way we did not have to post that.
So to date, we have added 5
Yes.
positions since the school year started.
We've added 5.
Five.
Yeah, it's on the
5
sheet.
professional, 5 teaching positions.
If you want to look at this update, at Midway, we're still reposting 2 positions. We've added 2 new positions, a third grade, which we will post, and a kindergarten position we will post. At Duval, we're still looking at PK special needs and a science position. Hamlin, we're added a third grade, and we added a kindergarten. But we really only added 1 position there because we eliminated that PK position, so we added 1 position there. At West Hamlin, we're over in kindergarten now, so we have to add a new position there, we'll be posting that. Guy Valley, earlier in the year, we added a special education teacher and a halftime cook. Ranger is the same, Harts, no change there. Lincoln County High School, we still have 3 special ed teachers that are working on their alternative certification, waiting on them to pass the test to get enrolled in the alternative program. As Mr. Midkiff said, we've added a total of 5 professional and 1 half service this year. So, and I attached another sheet, if you want to look on the back. I ran this morning. And every county in the state does not put all their postings on the website. You can see what it's looking like for teachers. I mean, 87 special ed. I mean, elementary, 50 elementary, and we used elementary teachers sometimes wait 5, 6, 7, 8 years to get a job. So it's a real challenge for us right now to try to find people.
Bill, you said something, and I must have missed it, that there were asterisks on here that indicated when some people decide they want a job and they decide they didn't and move to the next person in line. How about our itinerant occupational therapist, PK through AD? Is that
No,
person hired or?
No, that person is being hired first time, but it's new from what I was sent out Friday. That was
Okay,
vacant.
okay, I got you now.
That was
The
vacant.
asterisks indicate what's
Yeah.
different from what's in our
Yeah.
agenda
I
versus
should-
what's
I
on the
should
blue sheet.
clarify that.
Okay, now, no, you did, I just, my mind was on things that
No, that
other
was
things,
blank
and I'm.
when we set it out the other
Okay.
day, so we can get someone hired and get their services.
Just to recap here, so we will have added 5 new professional positions and a half-time service person at Guy Valley. Just remember that the last personnel season that we did eliminate 14 professional positions and 8 service positions. So we're in pretty good shape with our numbers thus far. It looks like unless we get a large infusion of students over the next few months, that we're going to be okay numbers-wise. Our enrollment today is down 130 from where we ended the last school year. Now, those numbers are improving. The email I sent you on the first day, we were approximately 180 students down. So we have gained 50 students since the first day of school. We have a lot of ground to make up though, because if you'll recall, from October 1, when we submitted our second month report and our annual certified list, we had lost 58 students before the school year ended. So right now, we're nearly 190 students down, lost enrollment since a year ago. I'd asked Ray and Bertie when she was here the other day to just kind of give me some ballpark numbers, some estimate in terms of what that would mean from personnel season if those numbers don't improve. And they estimated for me that you'd be talking about approximately 13 professional positions and 8 on the service side.
I mean, just what that would have to be eliminated?
That was just what that would equate to in terms of, we could look at saving money, making cuts elsewhere, but of course personnel is where you get your biggest bang.
Let's go back a bit. Last year we cut the numbers that you gave her a minute ago, but we've added 5 professional and a half service.
Right.
Now, none of those were budgeted for, correct?
That's right.
Okay, so we'd have to, those would be increased. Then if you have that 130 decrease in enrollment, then you're going to lose that much funding for next year.
Right.
That's,
So it's all based upon these numbers that we'll submit in October, what our funding for next year will be.
Actually, it'd be 190 for the second month report.
That's right. 190.
190 would be from last year's second month report, not what we did the school year with.
okay. So from we based everything, all of our computations we did were based on the second month last year. You're saying would be 190 students different?
If the numbers don't improve over the next month.
It's about $1 million.
Over that.
6,000.
6,000.
6,000 per student,
Okay.
whatever that is.
Roughly 1.8 million, which is close.
Based on second month report, right?
1.2.
Huh?
1.2.
You're right.
Yeah, 2 times 6 is 12, I'm sorry. Well, let me ask a more immediate question. These 5 professional and half service positions that we're forced to add these. How are we paying for those? I don't remember us having a lot of surplus in our budget when we did a bare bones budget. How are we paying for 5 professionals and a half service person in 2016, 2017? Where's that money coming from, Ray?
A lot of those would be covered out of county. I mean, we have a little bit of room. But I mean, it can't go on forever without, the enrollment keeps dropping.
Because that's gotta be, 5 professional positions, and they are, let's see. Well, 3 of those are special needs, is that right?
There's more, 2 kindergarten, 2 third grades, and and 1
Yeah.
special.
There's a couple $100,000.
That's what I was going to say. You're looking at about $200,000.
Okay. Including benefits? Our 5 professionals for
Well,
that?
It just depends on how many years' experience people
Okay.
have.
Well, still, okay, $200,000, that's a big chunk of what I remember us having as our little rainy day fund.
Right.
Big chunk, if not the majority of it, isn't it?
Right.
And where we have hired, excuse me, where we have hired the kindergarten, we're keeping them under that number where they do not have to have an aide, which I think is 9 or 10, I
10, yeah.
10, under 10, they do not
But
have
we
to
should
have
have a
an
better
aid.
feel for this when you finish your
Oh,
annual
yeah.
financial statement, correct? And we'll get a better feel if we had any carryover and those kind of things. But I guess we all better be leery of what may be forthcoming here. Just decreasing enrollment and where we stand now.
We'll have to look at it again.
We're gonna have to,
We'll see.
But there's some very drastic things in light of what's coming.
and each year, it gets more difficult. There aren't any easy positions to.
But we don't know whether the state may come in the middle of the year and slash us 138,000 like they did last year.
That's true.
Could be worse than that.
You know, and even though overall, we're losing enrollment, our special ed needs population's going up. That's what's really concerning.
Is funding correspondingly going up, federal or state or anything?
It's going to stretch counties like Lincoln.
It's going up.
I had a lady the other day, she said she has a niece that works at Millie's Place in Huntington, said this summer that approximately half of the babies were born to drug-addicted mothers in Lincoln County. So it's scary what's going on.
Okay. All right, well, is that all in personnel, Bill? Anything else? Now, we're gonna post some new positions tomorrow, right?
Yes, we'll post the positions we have on here, and we'll be also posting interventionists.
When are the interventionists gonna start work this year, do you know?
We'll start as soon as probably the day after they
A
get.
couple of weeks from now. All right. Okay, the personnel schedule is submitted. Is that an all yes vote on those items?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now we're down to comments and concerns. I'm gonna go first, but Mr. Meekin was talking to. Just wanted to give all your board members, here's a copy of the evaluation instrument that we used last year for Mr. Midkiff. Our next meeting on the 6th, we're going to revisit that for this school year. So this gives everybody an opportunity to look at that, and then, of course, we will meet in executive session when we do that, to look at establishing goals, setting goals for this coming school year. But we will do that on September the 6th. It has to be done by the 15th of September each year. So we'll be required to do that at our next meeting. So everybody thought you had that, you might, if you got a chance to look at it, then when we met, we talked about it. Okay, that's all I had now. Anybody else, any board members?
We have someone else, I hope it's good news.
There,
you may have a long way.
All right.
Mr. Mickey.
All right, something positive.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, that next Tuesday, September the 6th at 5 p.m., we will have our Teacher of the Year and Service Employee of the Year celebration. And as you can see, Brenda's already put together some information, and I've given each one of you the contact of the employees to let them know. Sean's invited
I'll be there.
to join us for that special occasion. Also, I just want to let you know, because there has been some discussion, as you know, regarding our Smarter Balance assessment results, or the general summative assessment results, I guess is what's being called now. I just want to let you know that Danny Daly will be here next Tuesday to give the board a presentation on our individual schools and how they performed this past spring on the general summative assessment. Again, these would be preliminary numbers or data that we have. He will be here, he's working on that presentation. As a matter of fact, I talked to him today, he's putting together some slides. So just wanted to be aware that that's going to happen next week. I also have a request. Ray had mentioned to me the other day that he needs for the board to meet earlier than September the 30th to approve the annual financial statements. So we had moved that last board meeting in September to the 30th. But Ray is telling me now that we need to back it back up to Tuesday, September 27th. the board to approve the annual financial statements for him then in turn to submit it to the State Department for approval. So just wanted to see.
This is not an additional meeting, we're just changing.
We'd just be moving that the last meeting, the month of September, from the 30th to the 27th. At 1 p.m.
That sound okay there? Check your. We'll meet on September the 6th, September the 20th, and then the 27th. That's what you're proposing. All right. We're still waiting on that good news.
Well, we have good news about the awards.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to
Take it today, right?
We'll have to settle for
That helps a little bit.
The sign at the high school.
Did he say something?
The old, well,
that. We did invite you to that.
no,
meeting.
the cover shot we did last week for the sports supplement. When it didn't show up much in print, but when you zoom in, I was fiddling with that photograph a lot. When you zoom in on the brickwork underneath the panther, the outline of the old lettering is pretty bad. It's like quite
The hole's still there.
the holes, and it's like the brickwork might have faded a little bit behind it or something.
Where the letters were.
Where the small letters were, yeah. I mean, you can't see from the road, but I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Can't see
Bring
the-
Larry down a little bit more.
Can't see the new lettering from the road either.
John, did you not hear us say we wanted good news?
Oh, your
Nobody else
daughter,
spoke
your,
about anything else, we wanted good news.
your daughter was in that cover photo. Second time, I believe, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
Placed in front of us.
and honestly, I didn't notice it until I zoomed in on the photograph. So I mean, it's just.
You had to zoom the photograph out before putting it in the paper, right?
Yeah, I kept.
Hey, Sean, I did get a copy of it.
I hope you should
I-
be getting
I
it
got a
every
copy
week.
of that.
Good.
I try.
That's all. That's all.
So Jeff, what's the deal on the September 27th meeting? I was trying to
That's
scroll
what
through
we're
my
doing.
calendar. When have we moved it to?
You want to explain that,
27th,
Ray?
it was the 30th.
Okay, well, 'cause I gotta change it on one day and move it to
It
another.
was on
Okay.
Friday. It was on Friday,
Okay,
September
I gotta
30th.
change it. My calendar gets messed up. I won't be here. I'll live by this.
It's gonna meet on 27th, not
No,
the
we'll
30th.
meet on
We just need to
27th.
move it back to the time you would normally schedule.
At 1 o'clock,
That would
on the
be fine.
27th at 1 o'clock. Okay, done.
Got it?
Got it.
Nothing on the 30th, you're over.
Nothing on the 30th.
Yeah. You grab on the 10th.
No way. No, I think that's workload.
Okay. Yes.
About the deal on signs.
He had.
It was a low blow.
Just go home and kick my dog.
Deal. The memory. What, Greg have to leave?
Yeah, the air conditioning.
I was gonna say he was.
Did none of you listen? Bill, John, said nothing but good news. Had enough of this bad news today. Golly,
He had to
Nick.
leave for an urgent matter, is that what you said?
Brenda and I are praying for cool weather for fall.
I was wondering where he was, I was looking for him, but he's disappeared. Okay, if nobody has anything else, then I guess we're gonna disappear.
I'll move. You don't have to ask.
All right.
Dismiss before Sean or Bill brings up more bad news.
246. Baker, Wilkerson, all yes?
Yes.
All right.